Hello, everyone. Mike Domagalski, president of the Michigan Elementary and Middle School Principals Association, back at you with this rendition of the MEMSPA Minutes. Today, I have an amazing guest, the MACUL Rep on the MEMSPA board. He is Jason Gribble. He is the Director of Curriculum and Innovation and Grants at the Riverview Community School District. Jason, welcome to the MEMSPA Minutes video series.
Thank you, Mike, for having me on and being a part of what this wonderful organization represents and everything that we do.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, you've been a part of MEMSPA. I've been part of MEMSPA for some time. Spotlight Innovation, that's something we do at Summer Leadership and also as well as our annual conference. So Jason and I have done a lot of work together. Jason, I'm excited to spend the next 5 or 6 minutes with you to talk about MACUL. So really quick, can you just give the skinny on what MACUL is all about, your experience with that?
Well, MACUL stands for, it's another M group here in the state of Michigan, which is a Michigan Users Computers, Michigan Association of Computer Users and Learning. There we go. It's hard to roll off the tongue on a snow day.
I know, right?
So the conference is in Grand Rapids this year, which is one of the largest technology conferences north of the Mason-Dixon line and this side of the Mississippi. And unless ASCD comes into the area or ISTE comes in the area, we are one of the largest organizations and we service the entire state of Michigan. And it's not just teachers, it's teachers, tech directors, curriculum directors, superintendents, principals, anybody that's in the world of education or educational technology, we service. Where MEMSPA, we service the elementary and middle school principals. Small group there. But when you talk about MACUL and the conference, we reach out to all of those different groups, especially in any area of educational technology.
That sounds awesome, man. And before I was the president of MEMSPA, I was a tech chair on MEMSPA. I did a lot of technical stuff and started chat and things like that. So I have a little bit of background on that, but I'm really excited about that, about what you just said, because it's all about technology. It's all about innovation. It's a huge group of people, it sounds like, that come together for this conference. So talk about why teachers or principals should come together. I'm assuming it's getting innovative ideas, bringing back to their classroom, bringing back to their district, their school. Talk about why teachers and principals should sign up for MACUL.
Well, especially this year, and we know because of the pandemic, and we're one of the few conferences this year that's still going face-to-face. Awesome. Grand Rapids is still going to follow the guidelines for the mask, for the safety precautions, and doing the best that we can for social distancing and stuff like that. But this year is, again, going to be a 3-day conference, the pre-conference, which is on Wednesday, which is when we have our workshops, which are a little bit more, one, you got to purchase additional on top of the registration fee, but it's more of an intimate type classroom instead of going into a big hall where Leslie Fisher, which we all love Leslie Fisher, and yep, she is a rock star, but you're also in there with 300 to 500 people. Well, here you're in a room with 20 to 25 people getting hands-on instruction in regards to different areas of educational technology. I've got the list in front of me. So learning about doing Canva, use the technology to make learning authentic, hands-on deep dive into Google Workspace, using Dig In and being in a computer science program, the 3-2-1 blast off of My Tech Kids into 21 Things, which is new. There's a whole section on esports. So if your districts or middle school and high schools are really starting to look at the esports, there's a whole workshop on that. Creating curriculum and innovation with a small budget, on any budget. So those are just some of the pre-conference workshops, not including all the guest speakers that we have. One of our favorite guest speakers is going to actually be there this year. He's going to be the keynote speaker for the administrative forum, which is our good friend and MEMSPA friend, Joe Sanfilippo.
Awesome. I believe Superintendent of the Year nationwide, Joe Sanfilippo. We all really like him. I remember hanging out with him a couple years ago at the MEMSPA annual conference. Wonderful guy, great innovative leader. So when we're talking about educational technologies and innovation, MACUL's the place to go. I mean, what's nice about what you just mentioned there, Jason, which I really love, is it's not, this big, huge forum and being overwhelmed with all of these technologies. And then you walk out of the room and say, what the heck was that? It's the hands-on experience, correct? Is that what I'm getting?
there's a lot of hands-on experience, and especially when you go into the vendor show as well, with all the vendors they have, as much and tons of stuff there that you can actually put your hands on. If you're looking for a display board, if you're looking for a different type of device, that's just the stuff, or a new program. That's what's in our vendor show. But those are, even though there's presentations on some of that stuff that's in the vendor show, it's not the vendors doing a sales pitch. It's educators like ourselves, educators like yourself, that is volunteering their time to go to the conference and present, kind of like we do with MEMSPA, but at the teacher's level, at the tech director's level, and those types of things. So we have a teacher, like I mentioned, Canva. Canva is another program which I know we've used before with doing our MEMSPA chats and stuff like that. But there's a whole session on how to use Canva. It's not being done by, and it's actually being done by Leslie Fisher. She's also doing another one on Kahoot and Gambit. We know that's teachers cool. Use that. Those are tools that are out there that teachers use on a daily basis. And one thing I love about MACUL, no different than MEMSPA, is you're walking away with stuff that you're going to be able to use and implement tomorrow. Now, you might be walking in your principal's office or your superintendent or tech director's office saying, hey, here's my wish list. Here's my want list.
For sure. We all do that, man. We all do that.
Yeah. Exactly. So we're all coming back of like, here's all the cool things that I've learned. That's what I love about MACUL, is you are going to sit there and you're going to walk out with something every session. And on top of that, the power of networking. Just no different than what we do with MEMSPA. We do the same thing with the MACUL conference. Is we're constantly reaching out, we're making connections, we're developing those relationships professionally and socially, building some strong friendships there. That is also the power of the conference and being face to face, because we know that doesn't happen when you do a virtual conference, which last year we did. Yeah, we didn't get the feedback that we normally get. So knowing that we're face to face this year in Grand Rapids,
great city, during
St. Patrick's Day. It is St. Patrick's Day.
All I gotta say about that.
So
when you talk about networking, I think those two combinations right there, Grand Rapids and St. Patrick's Day, I think if you look it up in Webster's dictionary, I think that's the definition. So
and the MACUL conference, you throw those three together.
You throw them all together, man. That's the place to be. So hey, real quick, 30 seconds. I'm gonna put you on the spot. Give me one thing that you've either presented or that you've taken from MACUL that you continually use on a consistent basis.
Well, there's obviously Twitter that I use on a regular basis. The ability to do these types of networking that we have here with the program, like Mike and I have. I'm still using my green screen that I've presented on at both conferences and actually learned there. So there's still those types of things that I still use today, even though I haven't been a building principal for 4 years, but still use those tools.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to give you a shout out on that, because I got my green screen ideas and I've actually expounded on them. I've used those as a principal for about 7 years now, and they are coming from Jason Gribble, where he got it from MACUL. So it's that networking piece too. So I still use my green screen. In fact, me and my AP used the green screen yesterday and promoted a video for our school. There you go. So we still use it. I got green screens. I got a big old frame out in one of my rooms. I got one in my office. It's a pretty sweet thing that we learned how to do. Welcome to educational technology. So one more thing, let's give a big plug to MACUL. When is it? Where is it? How can people register? I will put the link to registering for MACUL in the comments in the bottom. So people that are watching this on YouTube, they can obviously click down there. I'll put the dates and everything, but give a good plug, Jason, from MACUL. What date, what time, where, how can they
St. Patrick's Day. So it's March 16th through the 18th in Grand Rapids at the Amway Grand and the DeVos Center. We pretty much take over the entire campus of that area. But it's downtown Grand Rapids. I know there are rooms still available because I actually got my rooms booked today. There is room for the conference still available. So, here's the thing. Okay. Remember my title, in charge of curriculum and grants.
Yep.
For those of you that don't know, we have all that Title II money that we didn't use last year because we were in a virtual state and we didn't go to conferences, and it was a carryover. So don't let anybody tell you that you don't have money in your district to be able to go to this conference. Okay, there's Title II dollars that you have from the feds that you can use for this conference. Just hopefully you can find a substitute teacher. But March 16th through the 18th in Grand Rapids. And as always, it's going to be a great time.
Awesome. Well, hey, thanks for networking with me today, Jason. It's always great to talk to you. we will get this video out there. Let's plug MACUL. Let's get people registered. Let's get a hold of people in our central office, because those Title II dollars are available. Like Jason said, they're carried over. They're there. We should be able to go to conferences as we need to. And this is a wonderful conference to go to, whether you're a teacher, a principal, a second level admin up in central office, a superintendent, whatever it may be. It's a great conference to go get new and innovative ideas as it pertains to technology that we can implement in our classrooms, our schools, and our district whole wide. So thank you, Jason. I appreciate it. For everybody watching and listening, check in the comments under this video, and I'll put the registration link and all the information from MACUL in there. But thanks, Jason, so much. Keep up the great work you're doing, buddy.
Thank you, partner, for letting me be a part of this.
All right, you got it. I'll see you soon, and we'll see everybody soon here on the MEMSPA Minutes. Have a good one.